Right. Antisocial experience number 146, D.T.T.D. Anybody wants to figure that out? If you tell us what that title means down in the comments, you win a prize. I'm not going to announce the prize, and I'm not even going to give any hints what it means. We'll leave it at that. So I have somebody here. The last time I saw this guy in front of a microphone was December 15th, 2017, when I was working out the beginnings of this, which that was a while ago. How you been, man?
It was a long time ago. It feels like forever.
Yeah, we had a rowdy crowd. Life works like that, though.
Yeah. But no, life's been good. Things have been good. Had a lot of fun. This definitely changed a lot. Setup's just completely gone through the roof.
Well, before, I think we set up one camera and a couple mics. Mm-hmm. We just went with it.
Yeah.
Look, here we are, slobbies. This is what we're doing. We're going to attempt this. We made it successful.
Yeah.
And wasted approximately 116 minutes of people's time. I mean, if you watched it and enjoyed it, thank you. That was a while ago. Today, though, we're here with a different purpose. Thanksgiving. People should be wrapping up their Thanksgivings about now, hopefully. Anybody that didn't do something for Thanksgiving, what are you doing? Maybe you weren't able to.
Yeah.
That some people don't have fortune enough like that. However, we did. That's what we come in to talk about. I feel bad for people that don't have anywhere to go or anything to do. Do you know what I mean? It's
No, I know exactly what you mean. My neighbor, actually, I was talking to him, and normally they go up to his parents in Scranton. That's where he's originally from, and he just I was like, hey, you doing anything for Thanksgiving? And he's like, no, we're just kind of staying home, hanging out. And I'm like, oh. He goes, yeah, we're going to cook a little stuff here. And I'm like, But made him the offer to, come up and eat with us or do something. But they were content with themselves. But I was just like, this is one of them holidays that I don't know, I've always felt that, it's when you should be with family. That's whenever it's right. Whenever you're not with family, you kind of feel wrong and, that it's not.
Yeah. I mean,
at least for the majority of the day.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's two of the main ones. I don't... Yeah. Easter I could take or leave. Seeing family. Yeah. I don't really want to invade friends' houses on Easter.
No, that's usually you just go up and you have a little dinner and eat some candy.
But dedicating a whole day to Easter? I know people that do it.
Yeah, well, I know we did when we were younger. I mean, I was raised Roman Catholic, so we were real big into Easter. We used to do the whole hide the basket. You couldn't look for the basket till after church and everything. It was...
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was super fun.
Wow.
Yep, Christmas, we always picked out a tree. Thanksgiving, we always just dinner.
What was the other? Egg hunts. Did you do those?
Oh, yeah, we had Easter egg hunts at my grand's.
I remember doing those as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it's pretty standard for most people. And as far as Easter goes, in Thanksgiving, that's we share some holidays with the rest of the world, but Canadian Thanksgiving is an entirely different day.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I don't understand it, but I do because it's a different country. It's not our country.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't marked as the day of being thankful of founding a new country. I mean, basically, that's essentially the lines of it, but...
That is the dumbed down, kid safe, kid friendly version of it. Do you know about any of the history of Thanksgiving?
I mean, if you would ask me back in high school or middle school, whenever they just pound it into your head year after year, but
that's what they do. They teach it, and they teach it as a friendly way. White man shows up, the natives that were there, the Wampanoag tribe, if they even cared to mention them, usually they don't.
Yeah.
Mention the name of the tribe, just natives. Or Native Americans.
Yeah, well, and I mean, even back then, but they might not have even known then. People could just beat their head off of a rock about it and think, oh, it must have been these ones because they would have been here, but we could have truly never known.
No.
That's just I might piss people off with this, but I mean, they say Christopher Columbus founded America and... everything no. This country was founded way before Christopher Columbus. So,
yeah. He was the first one that was it was like a paid gig. Go do this, fully funded by the crown, I guess you would say. Or the queen. with the Queen King.
Yeah,
backing.
just like, hey, give me the permission to
Go found this country.
Yeah, I know it's there, I swear. And it wasn't even the country he was actually looking for.
I even talked with my one friend, and he wasn't the one doing it. This was a conversation I had the other night. Sadly, I recorded part of it, but I didn't get it all recorded, so it's not usable. But the same thing, other people in the past have told me, and when they were talking about Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims,
Mm-hmm.
and then they bring up the Mayflower, and then they're talking about the Santa Maria and the Pinta, and it's like, no, man, those ships were with Columbus, not with the Mayflower.
Yeah, not even
like
the same ship.
You're conflating
Yep.
different ships from different time periods, because Columbus was what, 1492, allegedly, if you go by the song or the rhyme, the nursery rhyme or whatever it is, talking about Columbus. In 1492, Columbus sailed
I
the
always
ocean blue.
forget it, yeah.
The Pilgrims were 1620.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 1620 or in the 1630s, somewhere along that. They didn't even go by pilgrims. It was separatists.
Yeah.
And also, them showing up doing the feast, as far as I know, and I'm not a historian, I'm not a scholar, I'm just some dummy with a microphone and a couple cameras.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll take credit for. When they showed up, then it wasn't like show up, have a feast, everybody's friendly. Like at that point, the Thanksgiving holiday that people look back to way back then, that even when they look back, like 200 and some years later, there had already been natives that had been to Europe by boat and came back from the tribe. Yep. So it's like, yeah. Will we ever know? Not until time travel is invented, sadly. But, yeah. But that's Thanksgiving. I think they make it friendly and safe for people to know. But sadly, most of whatever you may learn at school, I think, is a myth. Just to keep that kid, like, do you want to tell people in grade school, like, you're getting off for Thanksgiving, this is about, there was war going on, making it as bloody as possible.
Yeah, you want to tell your kids that basically after that feast, we basically told those Native Americans, hey, you better teach us how to make corn and help us to survive, or we're going to just kill you.
Oh, yeah, and there's wars going on, like the King Philip War.
Yep.
No, you're not going to bloody it up and tell them about that. So
no,
make it friendly.
Exactly.
And I understand it, having kids, being around kids. Understandable, but what can you do? That's what's in the books. Maybe there should be a little more. I don't know.
Nah, see, in high school, I had a American history teacher, and I looked forward. Everyone always told me he's best teacher, and I finally looked forward to it and finally got him. And I go in, and boy, did I fall in love, because it was like the first, we were going over, I guess it would be considered the syllabus for the year, and he's like, listen, this is what this paper says, but this is not what we're going to talk about. And I was like, what? And like, he taught us what we really like kind of were interested in. He understood that like times were changing, and like, you need to modernize your teachings a little bit more. Like, he taught us a lot about the different conspiracies behind 9/11. He taught us a lot more about, the messed up part behind the Civil War and the French and Indian War and just the American War, all the diseases and pandemics that our countries had that basically we don't like to talk about in our history books, because...
So he wasn't following the program.
No, he was just kind of like, listen, this is what you're going to need to know in real life. This is kind of gives you an insight of what your country actually is like. I'm going to let you know about it now instead of just throw you to the wolves in college. And,
right.
I was kind of grateful for that. I it kind of showed me I don't really know a whole lot of anything right now. And, when you're at that age, 17, 18 years old, you got the world by the balls.
You want to anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know everything, or you think you do, but...
Oh, I still do, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we're here doing this.
I tell my fiance all the time.
Look, every 60 seconds, a minute happens. Disprove it. I know it all, see?
Yeah.
Now, back to reality here, where I don't know much of anything. Why do you think they do that with, as far as history goes, or events that happened in American history?
I mean...
Like, change it, like, depending where you are, what's going to be in your school books, or if you're in some other part of the world, it's an entirely different, they're teaching something different, if at all.
Shame.
Shame.
I feel like it would be. I mean, that would be my pull from it. I mean, I don't like people. I don't want people to remember the bad about me. I'd rather them remember the good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'd tell them the good. I'm not going to tell them the
that
bad.
maybe trying to save face.
Yeah, exactly.
When
No
people-
country wants to air their dirty laundry. Like, yeah, we won this country over and everything. It's the greatest country in the world. But you
Or-
didn't explain the blood and slaughter that came along with it.
Or just with anything. Like it's wild that depending where you go, what state, what you could learn about at least American history.
Yeah.
What-
Oh, absolutely. It's just it's odd how every state has its own unique set of rules. Like you could go to one state and do one thing, but the next time you go to this state or your home state, you're like, wow,
Nope, done.
I don't understand why our state doesn't do this. Like it makes it so much better. It makes it nicer. It's like, but
It is what it is. That's it. That's
yeah,
law. And kudos to people that learn that shit out there.
Yeah.
Law and prosecute for it and try to defend people
yeah,
according to the law. That dude, there's books upon books.
yeah.
It's
To
like-
know everything or to know more than the next guy takes a lot.
Also, along the same lines, talking back in history, since we're talking Thanksgiving, I've heard people say about, we need to revise the Constitution, the Bill of not so much the Bill of Rights, but amend it. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
For something that was written so long ago by some guys, and I understand all people might not agree with it, it's held up and protected. Not everybody. Sadly, it hasn't. It has. There are some spots where it's failed, but it's held up pretty good and done a pretty good job. Where nobody saw any of this technology coming. Nobody saw any of this coming back then. And
Yeah. See, I read this book not too long ago. It's actually really interesting. It was a hard read. It was just one of those books like it'd take you an hour to read a couple pages, and you're just like, sometimes you have to go back and reread just to comprehend what you just read and make sure you processed it right. But it was like a history on the American language and where it came from, but it actually taught me a lot about the behinds of the making of our country and like the start of the Revolutionary War and everything. And like it talked about how they teach you how all of the people that signed the Declaration of Independence, how they came to Philadelphia and they had this meeting and everything. And like it was all planned and it was a great fun time like that was meant to be. And basically it was just the people were complaining so much about the taxes and everything that the homeland was doing to them that they were like, well, finally they forced their local representatives and their statesmen and everything, like, you need to go do something. So they all came, and then it actually talked about like in their diaries, like in their little notes and everything during like their meetings, like they didn't want to be there. One of them took one of the key ones took like 3 weeks just to get there. That's what, like, he was in no rush. He stopped at like 15 cities along the way just to like be treated and seen and see friends.
To go sign the Constitution.
To go help build it and make it and then sign it. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, and like it was talking about like the grammatical errors that were in. They had over 30 dozen copies printed up before they finally just made the regular normal copy that everyone sees today, and that's in the museum and everything. But it's like these were not very. You might as well be sending our local representatives now saying, hey, go to Washington and conspire against our leaders and let's start a fucking war.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't like the people that represent us now, but I mean, we voted for them, so it's like, well, shit, we're kind of here now, so.
Got to deal with it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's good things that come from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
There's always good traditions.
Family traditions would be one.
Yep. Good time to spend with family. You always say, oh man, I should go up and see my mom or hang out, or I should go do this or that, or I wish I'd see this person more. But this definitely gives you one of those days that you're able to just kick back and do that and not really worry about it.
Like, I've been visiting friends at college when the holidays come around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't go to college myself, signed up and bailed.
I went for a year.
Yeah. But I've been there when it was time for people to come home, and it's like, oh, like so and so staying here. Like, I'm crazy that some people just stay there for the holidays.
Yeah.
It's like, I understand if they live far away, but if you're talking like half hour, man, I'd be trying to hitchhike if I
I mean,
had
even
to.
2 hours, take a bus.
Yeah, to get home.
Yeah.
Family, friends. But hey, maybe college, or college in a dorm room or in a house, if they're renting a house, wherever they're staying. Maybe that's a place they want to be for the holiday. Maybe not.
Who knows, man? Teach their own. I do give them that. Some people like their privacy. Some people are just branching out. I mean, I know my first year of college,
Networking?
breaks would come around. Yeah, well, breaks would come around. You'd be like, shit. I don't want to go home. I kind of want to hang out here. Like, there's a lot more to do here than there is at home.
Right.
And then you come home and you go back. I was like, yeah, I got a little recharge. Now I can just go out and party. And, you just get back into your routine, keep going. And then next thing you know, we're back to another break. And it's the long one. It's like, shit.
The Christmas into New Year's.
Yeah.
Is that the longest break other than summer break?
Well, yeah, other than summer break.
It's wild. It's like, that's the one thing I miss. Not about college. I guess if I had went, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I miss. I mean, I miss all of high school, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Because comparatively, this many years later, and whether it was a few years after high school or 20-some, what I miss most is generally all of it, because it's a lot less complicated than life.
Yeah. Oh, I was just talking to a buddy at work the other day. We were, we had this piece of tarp that we cut, and it had rained a little bit, and it had water on it, and we pick it up, and we're sitting there just waving it around, trying to just flick all the water everywhere. Well, I looked at him, I was like, I don't know if you guys' school did it, but you ever do the parachute in the gymnasium, and you throw it up and you run through it to the other side and it just stays aloft? And he's like, yeah. I was like, that's what that reminded me of. I was like, dude, how many times I wish that I could just be back at, like, be 6 again and just do it over. Know what I know now and be 6 again and just do it over.
Do it all over.
I was like, man, I would have so much money. I'd be the smartest damn kid. I was like, and then I realized, like, nah, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, nope. I love who I am. I love what I do. Sometimes it's shitty, but hey, that's life. You learn from it. You get better from it. Can't have it easy all the time.
Live and learn, man. That's an inescapable part of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
One of those family traditions, and I don't want to call it a tradition because some people probably do have traditions that they do. I know, because I would be different places for Thanksgiving. I had the mom and stepdad and dad thing going on, growing up at least as a kid. At one place it was eating and football. Mm-hmm. And then at the other it was like sometimes we'd have dinner, but more often than not we would either go with friends who were having dinner and a bigger get-together, or after everybody was done, people would always stop by and drop us off what they had. Like we were getting plates.
I mean, we always had just in the recent years, we've been getting a little later with dinner, but usually dinner was around 4, 5 o'clock. But everyone always showed up early, 10, 11 o'clock, and we'd always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Did they do that?
They did do that this year. I was talking to my fiance this morning. I'm like, oh shit, because my parents got rid of their normal TV and they just switched over to regular internet and streaming and everything.
Right.
And I was like, well shit, my parents don't have the TV, or they don't have TV, they don't have cable, so we can't watch Thanksgiving Day Parade. And Jordan's like, well, I was like, I don't think they'll have it. They probably shut it down from COVID. I'm like, got on my phone. I'm like, no, they're still having it. Pandemic or not, they're still doing her.
Yeah, but some stuff that it hasn't held back.
No, yeah, but
I thought for sure, speaking of still having the parade due to COVID, I'm not a political person. I'm not into politics as far as president goes. But I did have a thought, at least back at the beginning of the year when this first broke out, I'm like, is he going to make a push for just moving the election till when this is gone?
Yeah, there was talk about that, and I thought the same thing. I was like, yeah, too many people have a conniption.
Oh my goodness, they'd be lighting their hair on fire and everything else.
Yeah. I think if it would have stayed worse, or if there would have been a spike. I mean, I just got that alert. I think you did. I think everyone does. Yeah. You get that alert yesterday on my phone. I'm like, what the hell?
Yep.
It's like, here we go again. Everyone's like, My buddy told me, he's like, you better go stock up on liquor. I'm like, why? I was like, I read the notification. He's like, dude, they're shutting down everywhere that sells alcohol. I'm like, they're only shutting down restaurants, and like they're not shutting them down. They're just telling them you're not allowed to serve alcohol, man. Like they don't want people to party. He's like, still, so, I leave, and I'm like, what, that motherfucker's right, because this is just a reason for them to say, nope, psych, we're gonna shut them all down. Quarantine time. It's like, oh man. So I went and bought myself some little bit of alcohol and stocked up.
You'll have it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what's important.
I'm more of the 420 life, but you run out of that and you can't go to the dispo for some reason, or I don't have the cash flow because I'm in quarantine. You need something just to take that edge off.
To each their own,
To each their own.
Traditions, movies. Is there any movies you ever watched that you can remember watching? Because I watched Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
My dad's a huge fan of all the Charlie Browns. Usually he watches it for Thanksgiving, Halloween, Easter, the Christmas one. I think that's it. But yeah, we didn't watch it this year. I'm sure he watched it at some point this past week. But my mom's always liked the Home Alones. She tried to watch it today, but everyone was just kind of talking, so it was just kind of on in the background.
Those are more, aren't they Christmas movies?
Yeah, this is my mom's favorite time of year because it's that you don't know the transition, and it's the hard transition of you can't do Christmas yet because it's not December, but you still want to look good, and it's just to past Halloween. So you got to do it just right. My mom's all about decorating. Yeah. So, but right now she's set up for like half her Christmas stuff, but she can just switch it all right over, and she's pretty well set. That's what I'm doing this weekend: stringing lights and.
I mean, it's some of the bigger holidays just bang back to back to back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're having Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all within like a...
it's honestly nice, though, that you don't expect presents on Halloween and Thanksgiving, though, or New Year's, you know what I mean? It sucks right now for me. I'm in a hard place with my fiance's birthday is December 1st, and then Christmas is December 25th, so it's like, wow, damn you.
Well, let's start it. We'll get presents for Halloween and Thanksgiving. Why not?
Hey, I like presents. Free shit's always nice.
Right.
Yeah. They used to be Easter. We were talking about Easter. There was always one big thing like we would ask for, and we would get in the Easter basket, so it was like an extra holiday. Most kids that we knew just got candy or, just the normal shit. Now we always got whatever we asked for. What do you want this year? We're like, oh, I'd really like, that video game, or I'd really like this. And there would always be something interesting.
I wonder where that started for Easter. Like, really, where did that come from? Like, because that's not like unique to you or me. That happened with me. That happened with a lot of people I knew when growing up.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one big thing. It's kind of like Easter's like a...
That's one of those holidays that no one really talks about. About like... it's a big Catholic holiday or a big religious holiday for brain fart.
Easter?
Catholicism or
right.
Just that in general. Christianity, sorry, that's what I was looking for.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know where the Easter bunny or the baskets or anything came into play.
Kid friendly, man. Kid friendly.
I don't know. I've seen some pictures of some old Easter bunnies that were scary as shit.
And there's some other stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of...
Yeah, they're ripping out there, aren't they?
Yeah, side by sides. Can't stop it. There's a lot of other countries that do stuff and do it differently than us as far as like Christmas.
Right.
And that's what I was just going to bring up as far as presents, because when you get a present from somebody and it's not Christmas, like just say like whatever, you started a new job and somebody there wants to welcome you, give you something, or you're doing it.
Right, or home warming. That's always a good one too. Yeah, someone moves in, you want to go bring them something. It's like...
You get a present and open it right then. But if you do something like that, I think it's in like Japan, Like, where
it's like
you're
not
considering greedy.
yeah, or it's an insult.
Yeah, it's an insult. You're insulting that person if they give you a present and you open it right in front of them.
Yeah, little tendencies in different societies.
Yeah, so I don't know. I kind of like some of the ideas that other places, people's cultures, countries have.
Oh, absolutely.
Should we adopt them as a whole nation? No, probably not.
But
I still dig it, man.
yeah. I'm not knocking on you for trying it.
Yeah, definitely not. We covered Thanksgiving history, movies. I know there's some other ones that I've seen people watch, and it's wild. Just like, because even though it's Thanksgiving, like you said, Home Alone is a big thing that people will watch. The Home Alone movies, or It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street. There's a bunch that people will watch.
Yeah, see, I start getting into the Christmas movie. I mean, growing up, we had snow right now. It was like, I'd say easily for the first 8 years that I can remember, if it didn't snow on Thanksgiving, it was like, whoa, no. You were getting worried that it wasn't going to be a good enough Christmas to go sled riding.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now it's like, well, shit, we haven't seen snow until February.
Yeah, sometimes it's after the new year.
Yeah, people keep talking like, oh, it's, hot summer, super hot summer. It's going to be a cold, nasty winter. I'm like,
yeah, right, man.
Dude, I'm 26 years old. I've been hearing that for like the last 10, 15. Like, I haven't seen a bad winter in a while. It's like, You know what? I'm truly hoping you're right this time. I really just want it to pour because people are going to lose their ever-loving shit. You're going to see people not knowing how to drive.
Yeah, but imagine waking up and it's actually a white Christmas.
I love it.
It'd be great.
I hate the cold. Despise the cold. Love the heat.
Yep.
But I love the look and all the shit that comes with like nice fresh snow. But once it gets all brown and sloshy or frozen, de-thawed and then frozen again and then walked over and then like it doesn't look right. It doesn't look nice. It's just like, man, it just looks miserable out.
It does.
You know what I mean? It's those days that it's fresh white powder and it's bright and there's not a cloud in the sky. It's like, yeah.
Have you ever been out like at night or in the daytime and it's snowing, like really snowing, and that's all you can hear? You don't hear. There's no traffic.
Yeah. No, you can't even hear someone that's 10 feet from you talking normally, or it's muffled.
Or out in the woods when it's snowing. That's a great sound.
Yeah,
that's an awesome sound.
I shit you not. I just told my buddy this story the other day. I had my future in-laws last year, or the year before. I had my future in-laws truck, and I had to work in state college, and like my car wasn't going to make it over in the snow, so I took their truck and had the 4-wheel drive. And so on the way home, I had to go down to past Kyler Town. So I'm like, I'm coming from state. I was like, I'm gonna take Hannah Furnace down to Casanova. I'm in 4-wheel drive. I got time to mess around. I'm like, whatever. I like playing in the snow, and it is a whiteout. Like, I'm doing 10 and just like, this truck's giving her everything she can to give traction. I'm like, ooh, I might turn around. Right. So I start seeing something like, what the hell is that? And here's this dude in full leather and like leather tassel garb, leather hat. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I pull up and, how's it going? He goes, good. He goes, you seen a bird? And I'm like, No, I haven't. He goes, I'm out falconing. He's like, I let my falcon go. He was hunting. He's like, just looking for him. He goes, well, I'm going to keep going looking for him. I'm like, all right, sounds good. And I start driving, and then like, I get probably 10, 15 yards. I like just get the window up and like look in the rear view or the side mirror, and I look back. I'm like, did he just fucking say he's looking for a falcon in a whiteout? Like, right. He's either hallucinating or he's just really dumb. I was like, man, but I just want more whiteouts like that. It sucks whenever it just does that for a couple hours and then you don't see anything by the next day. I'm tired of the Mother Nature being pissed and let's dump some snow, then dump some rain, then we're warm, and then we go back and do the whole cycle all over again. And then finally we get to summer.
Okay, so we got a comment here. We'll address this on the air. Ashley Hendershot. I skipped the two middle names, or a middle and a last. Speaking of Christmas movies, did you see the job posting that Penn Live shared? What is Penn Live?
It's kind of like Craigslist or
Like Penn's Woods? And,
yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what it's like for jobs. It's almost like her career link, maybe. Something familiar or something similar to that, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Penn Live. Something you guys could discuss your opinions and such on it. What was it? Do I have to look it up?
Yeah, I should have just come
You
on.
said Penn Live? Let me look this up. It's a news thing? Oh, Penn Live, job posting,
Yeah, I think it's like a job board.
news. Is it in the news currently? Or it's a news thing?
Did she say movie?
Speaking of Christmas movies, did you see the job posting that Penn Live shared? I think it was Penn Live, something you guys could discuss your opinion and such on it. Do you have a link? If you send a link, I will open it. We'll share it on screen, and everybody can see it. Hopefully, she's probably on a phone.
Yeah. It's
It was
interesting.
watching a Christmas movies, 25 days. Watching Christmas movies, 25 days.
Oh, is it like a challenge, maybe?
Oh, to do that?
Maybe. I mean, people have been doing those. There's a challenge for almost anything anymore. I did see a little inappropriate, but I did see a challenge of, or it was a meme actually, but it was 25 days of nutmas. And it was if you had a significant other to attempt to, like the first day of December, have sex once, the second day twice, the third day 3 times.
You're gonna be dead.
Dude, I don't know.
You're gonna be dead. Day 10, you're dead.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pump one out 10 times. I don't know if I can pump it out 10 times a day, dude.
You gotta go till 25?
Oh, shit.
Come on now.
Yeah. You're a champ. Let me know. Someone let me know if
Leave it in the comments.
actually completed that. Yeah.
If you got this, leave it in the comments.
I mean, I don't want bullshit. Don't sell me lies, but
No, you gotta back up your
yeah.
comment.
We're going to have to like meet in person. You're going to have to show me some sort of proof.
Okay, so here's what she said. You watch
Okay.
a movie each day for 25 days and you get paid $2,500.
Hell yeah, I would do
$25
that.
or 25? That's 25.
20.
Oh my goodness, that's $2,500.
Fuck, if you give me 25 cents for every movie I watch, I'll do it and I'll be happy.
2,500 freedom bucks is what they're talking about.
That's pretty dope. What's that on?
It was a legit job posting, no shit. She says.
Wow.
That's who got the job? Tell us about it. Leave it in the comments.
Shit, I'm unemployed right now. I know a way to make some nice wedding or Christmas money.
Right?
2,500. That's
To watch a movie?
to watch. Yeah,
Each
dude. That's
day.
all I do. That's all I do anyway. If I'm not out like working with a buddy or something or just running around.
Like I call that not even working, because that would be a task for like the 80s, early 90s, okay, for most people. But with today's binge culture, Netflix and chill,
Yeah, absolutely. Now does
where you're
it have
cracking-
to be a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Okay, and does it have? Oh fuck, you could just go to
Wait,
Hallmark.
You watch a movie each day for 25 days and you get paid 25.
Is it just one movie a day?
Yeah.
No, I could see if like you were like it was like watch a movie or for that numbered day, like we were talking about.
Oh, you do
Because I mean
one,
that would actually be a challenge. You figure watching 25 movies in a day?
as long as they're like 60 minutes or less.
You'd almost have to like find a short clip it or something.
At the end of that, you sound like me with my every 60 seconds comment. Like every 60 minutes, a new movie happens. You know, or every 60 minutes. Yeah, every 60 seconds, a minute passes. That's what I said. Every 60 minutes, a new movie starts.
New movies.
Could you imagine?
Speaking of new movies, freaking, I have been pumped for so long now for this new James Bond to come out.
Who's playing the dude?
Daniel Craig, the one that's done the last couple.
Yeah, he's worthy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a huge Bond fanatic. I love Bond. I'll watch Bond any time of the year, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whenever. But, I mean, this is supposed to be his last one, and they're handing it over to someone else, and they're going to try to keep it going. But, like, I have a feeling this is the point where they're just going to mess him up. But it looks awesome, and they just keep delaying it.
Bond. Okay, so Ashley said, dude, I applied for that shit. You had to write why you think you should get it, and they're announcing it on the radio show that actually had the job posting. So it's one of those things.
Word. It's almost like a sweepstake in a way.
Right. It's like, here's the prize, which I'm going to do stuff like that on my YouTube channel that I do the computer stuff on. I have stuff I am going to give away in 2021. Pandemic
Right, something
restricted. If it's if we're not able to be opened up as a country like that, then it's going to wait. But I have been working on stuff. Anyhow, that's awesome. That's one of those things like, look, here's what we're doing. Tell us why you deserve it. Bang, you get it. That would be awesome to win that. That really would.
Everyone likes winning stuff.
Yeah, like free. You would think that's one good way to build buzz, to build something for a new company, new business, something new you're doing when you're giving something away.
I used to
people like free.
Every day on my way to work when I worked in Lock Cave, and I used to listen to the Free Beer and Hot Wings show.
Everybody listens to that.
Yeah, and I started listening to it just because there's nothing else on. I'm tired of listening to the same shit, and it's whatever. So then I start they're contemplating calling in with people. I'm like, nah, I mean, what are the chances? And you know what? The first time I did it, I called and I fucking won. And they were promoting just a new little pizza shop over in Bellefonte. And I was like, wow. I went over, got the pizza. It was awesome. I was like, yep, I'll come back here. I keep trying, but I know friends that have got tickets to multiple concerts. I remember when I was little, when the PlayStation 2 was about to come out, or just came out, we were watching this show. It was on Fox, and it was like you had to dial and be the 100th caller, and you would win a PlayStation 2. So we're sitting there dialing and dialing and dialing. You had to have the right answer, and we all knew it, and we couldn't get it. We were like 300 something. I was like, oh, man. But it gives you a little rush. It gives you a little something to be excited about.
So I think I found the thing that she's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait for her to get back. PlayStation 2? So you didn't get it?
No. It was like some kind of sweepstake it had something to do with Pepsi. You had to buy Pepsi, and you had to type in the code to be active, and you had to do it at a certain time. It was like one of those real elaborate things.
Do you think about some of the stuff you can get rewarded with? Do you remember Marlboro Miles? That was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, I remember my sister and my oldest brother, I think, had some like collector's items, and I remember you see them every now and then in like antique stores and stuff, just old like marble or camel. It's just memorabilia stuff, and it's
camel
like
box.
Yeah, and I remember like when I turned 18, it was like shit. Yeah, you can go onto the tobacco websites and put in for the free stuff, and like you'd get it and it'd be like cool. And now like I went on there now, it's like now you're forcing me to pay for it. I was like, I might as well just go buy the actual stuff. Like I wanted to win it, not pay for it. But
right,
yeah.
Well, I mean, they started doing it kind of again, but there's a couple times where that didn't work out. I think one of the ones was Pepsi. I think they had Pepsi points. Do you remember those?
I do remember. And then there was something to do with codes too, with Coca-Cola. Or Mountain Dew.
They put codes under the caps.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But the Pepsi points thing, you could get a jet if you got enough points, and some dude actually did it, and they're like, they couldn't give him the jet, man.
This was kind of like we were joking. We didn't expect you to go buy that many Pepsis.
Right. Just
because damn well you didn't. Someone's like, damn, I want a jet. Did the math and like just went and bought as many Pepsis as they could. Just took the caps and dumped the Pepsis.
Without a doubt, it would. Yeah.
Yeah, or donated them, or something like that.
Friends collecting, family, everybody.
Yeah. Oh I had family members be like, hey, don't throw your cap away. Or if you ever I don't ever drink soda, man.
I'm not gonna save all these caps. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew up in a family like we had water and milk in the fridge. Like I was really around like 4th of July and holidays we'd have soda for when people came. But other than that, like nah. And still to this day, I don't really care for juice. I'll drink a soda every now and then, but for the most part, nah. I'm not doing that shit.
So yeah, soda's not my thing. But I used to drink it, but I don't know. but I can't say Red Bull or coffee is any better, you know?
Yeah,
so.
no, we were talking about that. 1 cup of coffee first thing in the morning. That's what usually gets me.
I drink it all day long. It's, I don't know. That's my drink.
Nah, see, if we have D&D and I know I'm staying up late, I'll play. Or I'll drink a cup of coffee, but I'm stopping at 1.
Stop at 1.
1 cup.
Oh, 1 cup.
Yeah, I'll make
That's
a pot.
weak.
No, yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I like, though. I have a weak caffeine tolerance, so if I just take a little bit, I'll be up for a little, or I'll be up and good and not really have a hangover, a caffeine hangover the next
Well,
day.
that is the bad thing. If you
That's what I
wake
mean.
up-
I don't want a headache and like have to drink coffee or any kind of caffeine. It sucks.
Yeah, as an avid caffeine, as far as Red Bull and coffee is concerned, yeah, I wake up, I need some coffee to get moving, and like, it's weird,
Yeah.
you know. And how does that compare on the level of like addictive drugs, you know, alcohol, caffeine,
Yeah, I mean, I know people.
tobacco, and
I know people that they wake up and they can't do a damn thing until they have a drink of beer.
yeah,
I know people that wake up, can't do anything until they smoke a cigarette. I drink a cup of coffee, smoke a joint or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty routine myself. I'll wake up, I'll use the bathroom, and then get ready. And
go.
once I'm ready and I've taken care of everything for the morning, I'll smoke a bowl and then sit around and wait for my ride, and I'll go to work.
Go to work. I'm happy to see the world, at least our part of the world, going that way. When we were talking about this, yes, you got a link up, so let me go ahead. I'm going to copy this and bring it up in the background. But no, I'm happy to see the world going that way now. Like, because growing up, drugs are bad, which drugs are bad.
Yeah,
There's some bad
I mean,
shit
they
out
haven't
there,
gotten
people.
better, and they have gotten worse. But like right now, it's kind of petered out. I feel like we're kind of at a standstill from where we've been. Like, yeah, it progressively gets worse, but like,
Right.
it's not like you're not. In a way, like it's not a good thing or a bad thing, but like when someone tells me like, oh, so and so, is on this drug or that, it's like, yeah, back before you'd be like, oh no, like how did that ever happen? Like now it's like people have more of an understanding of what this world's become, and like people are actually doing something to help about it, and we actually know a little more about it to help.
Yeah, that and just all drugs are bad, that thing, and
Yeah.
marijuana included. And now it's something that's becoming legal.
Yeah.
Like, more and more places.
Yeah.
But there's still like holdout places that like, if you
And
have
that's what I
one,
mean.
You're going to jail.
And that's what sucks. And like you said, we were talking about this before. It's like you're told from when you're young, like, or at least I was, and like you said, you were like, you sit there and you're told like, don't smoke weed, don't do it. It's bad for you, this and that. They say that about other drugs too. And then at some point, not everyone, but most people experiment, try it. And then I know for myself, and I can only speak for myself, like I tried weed and I was like, what the fuck was everyone always saying it was so bad for us? I feel pretty good. Like I had a positive experience from it. Some people don't. And then that triggers the thought of, well, what else did they lie to me about? I would have rather been told like, hey, this is kind of like a bad thing that you should not do, rather than no, don't do it ever, and just be lied to about it.
Right.
But I mean,
But depending on who's experiencing, who is telling you.
exactly, it's not for everyone. Like,
'Cause
I
imagine-
take medical marijuana for anxiety, and it helps me tremendously for it.
Well, imagine
Other
if the
people
person in charge of telling kids in schools or just kids in a large public platform, such as a school or private school, imagine if it was somebody that actually not overdosed, but like somebody that got themselves to that state where they think they're dying and call 911
Yeah.
on THC.
Yeah.
None of those kids would probably ever want to even get near it.
Yeah, exactly. They would have a negative effect from it. But then,
But how would those kids view it if Cheech and Chong came in and gave them a speech?
right, exactly. They think it's funny. They think it's cool.
Right.
But
And
that's why. But it's that's a hard line to fall. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's just like, okay, you cut the cigarettes or the cigarette companies from advertising a lot. Like you don't see them on billboards. You don't see Marlboro on billboards. You don't see commercials for cigarettes or anything. They cut down on that because they were promoting smoking cigarettes. So yeah, you cut down on everything, but you might deter someone from the cure that they might need. You know what I mean? Or something that could, maybe not even the cure, but something that just makes their life manageable.
Manageable, doable.
You know what I mean?
Bearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is jobs are so quick to just say, they'll give you a piss test and they'll say, oh, well, why did you have pain pills in your, or why was this? Oh, well, I'm prescribed pain pills for my back pain. Oh, okay. Boom. It's done and over with. You apply with a weed card and you're sitting there sweating a little bit and like, every time I've gone in, they ask me to piss a cup. I hand them my card, and they're like, "What's this?" I'm like, "That's my weed card.
Right.
That's what's going to be in my urine." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm gonna have to, because I'm fully willing to argue. Like, you're willing to let someone on pain pills in here, but you're not willing to let me, who is just smoking a little bit of weed. I've never known anyone to die or overdose from smoking weed.
No, it's at some preposterous low. I think 150 pounds or something is what you'd have to partake within a certain amount of time.
It's something to do with your it's a calculation of your body weight and everything. Like you have to smoke almost 8 times your normal body mass or something like that, or your gross mass. And it's like, so I mean, it's a shit ton of weed and it's impossible to do. You would die. Basically, the only way you could do it is.
You're not.
Throw it on some coals in a room, and then you're just killing yourself from smoke inhalation.
Yeah.
Oxygen deprivation.
We got the article up real quick.
All right, cool.
You can now make $2,500 just by watching Christmas movies. And she said, what did she say? Our reviews.org is the actual page that's doing this. So... that's awesome. Hopefully awesome. You get that. That would be a good gig.
Hell yeah. Good luck to you.
What is so?
What channel? Or what? Yeah. Are they gonna? Is it like a podcast, radio station?
Yeah, they're gonna announce it on a radio show. Reviews.org announced a seasonal job opportunity in which Yuletide merrymakers will get the chance to earn $2,500 on a quest to find the best Christmas movie of all time. That means watching 25 Christmas movies over the course of 25 days, filling out a short post-movie survey to determine which is the one Christmas film to rule them all. So they want to know what, like...
Oh, okay,
like, here's some good movies.
That's a little more.
Know what movie is the cherry on top, the icing on the cake.
For me, yeah. So then they can kind of get a... Interesting.
Now, what about people that hate Christmas? Because that's a thing.
Well, then
somebody out there hates Christmas.
Then the Grinch that stole Christmas is going to be their favorite one.
Right, but I'm not saying they're not idiots for hating Christmas.
True.
But, it's a pretty good time of year. Try it sometime if you haven't.
Yeah.
But, that's, and it goes on. Hold on. Does it go on, or did that end it? So, upon further thought, it may feel that only choosing 25 movies from the however many out there is extremely daunting, but don't worry. Reviews provided a list of potential films you could watch. And it just goes on. So there's details there.
Cool.
That is...
it's definitely something to check out.
Yeah.
If anything, it's 25 movies you get to watch. I mean, even if you don't win or anything, it's still...
no doubt, man.
Find someone to watch them with.
But just getting in... But again, I like the aspect of you got to tell them why you deserve to be that person. That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
And how are they choosing
prove to me what makes you worthy of? Yeah, that you know what I mean.
Why are you the one that gets to decide this?
Yeah. Why are you going to be our winner?
Why did we give you the one ring?
The one ring.
Why? You're not Frodo Baggins, son.
You're not Frodo Baggins. You're not the chosen one.
Right? No, definitely understandable. Is it, what is the Charlie, is it a Charlie Brown Christmas or Peanuts Christmas?
Let's Google that.
What is the name of the?
Because I know it's Peanuts, but I think it's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, go ahead and check that out. Look it up. Because, like, that should be on there, definitely. I feel like if you're compiling any movie list.
It is a Charlie Brown Christmas.
December 4th is the drawing for the live radio station. Like when they do the live drawing on the radio station, she said it's December 4th. Oh, she said thanks. Yeah, hopefully you get this. That would be awesome. I mean, that would be cool if one of my parents got to like make a list and that was like a concrete list, and I saw mom and dad or mom, stepdad, dad, whatever, got some publicity because they made this bad list. Yeah, I would be telling that story everywhere if I was a kid, or even not a kid. If I was an adult, I'd be telling it too.
Hell yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
Little fun fact: Charlie Brown Christmas is 55 years old this year.
55 years old. 55 years of a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah, 1965.
Damn. Do they do any of the? I know the big thing is, who's it? Lucy always moves the football.
Yeah, yeah.
Do they have any football in this Christmas special? Like while they're
Oh yeah, I think the football is like the Peanuts thing. It's in every single one of them.
All right, that's great. And you got, who is it? Linus on the piano.
Linus is on the piano.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Pigpen.
That's who I was just asking.
Pigpen
about.
with the cloud of dust always around him.
Yeah. Who has the blanket? Is it Pigpen?
That's Linus.
The piano kid?
No. That's Lionel.
Lionel. Okay. Yeah, I don't know all their names.
And then there's not Lucy. It's Charlie Brown's sister. Ooh, my dad would kill me for not knowing this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know her name either. I'm guilty.
Yeah,
I'm just as guilty here, people.
Peppermint Patty. Forgot about Peppermint Patty.
Good old Charles Schultz. He made some good characters there.
He did.
I mean, that's something. You want something kid-friendly, safe.
Yeah.
Introduce them to that. When those kids get a little older, that's when you need to introduce them to Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson. I was sad when that ended.
I can't say I've ever watched it.
It's not a show. I don't think they ever made an animated series, but it was like a newspaper comic strip, Calvin and Hobbes. Basically, it's a kid, and he has an imaginary tiger, but you get a whole bunch of him doing stuff with the tiger, him going through grade school, but it never approaches it at the angle of him growing up. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
He's always the same age, and so are his parents, which is pretty cool. He did it from like 80s into the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, I still know people to this day that buy the newspaper, or that'll do the crossword or something.
Oh yeah. Or just for the Sunday paper.
It's a dying thing though. There's a lot of that though.
What that?
Things dying, old generation, like just habits. Newspaper, I mean.
Do you know anybody that is a diehard, have to come home and sit in front of and watch the news on cable?
My old man used to be like that, but
he made the shift to on demand.
Well, they got rid of the internet for a while, and then they realized, well, you kind of need it back, so they got that back, and now they just do the live stream from like Amazon Prime or Hulu or Netflix or something. Yeah, so they don't really watch the news. If anything, they just check their phone, or they just look shit up on their phone.
Look it up on their phone.
Yeah, I mean,
go online.
My mom's worked with college kids my whole life. I mean, she's worked for Penn State for as long as I've been alive, and like, you know, they stay up to date on the newest fads and like the newest trends and everything. So, you know, they try to stay as savvy as possible. And then my dad played with computers for a while, so he's still tech savvy.
Some people are scared of technology and don't want to.
Some people just don't understand it either.
Don't understand
My
it.
mom is like that. She will call me like, "How do I do this?" Like, you have an iPhone.
You have no idea.
It's the easiest phone in the world to do this. So I'm like, come on.
I will give them that. They are when they work and do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They do it better than anything else out there.
Yep, because it's easy, quick, boom, right there. You don't have to play with a bunch of different settings, but
no.
When it comes to, you would just want to, and then other things, just so simple. And it's like, why are you making this so complicated for me?
Yep, it's a simple thing, and that is the walled garden that Apple puts you in.
Yeah.
With the price, the experience.
Either like our shit or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same sort of situation here, man. You like our shit or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've never been like that. Anyhow, let's cover one more thing quick. I can't believe It's felt like it's been like 20, 30 minutes. We're cracking it.
Yeah, we're almost been an hour. I was gonna say I'm getting rolling on my bedtime. Got work.
Leave us some stuff in the comments too about anything we discuss. Family traditions, if you want to share them. You got a good story, a family story, movies that you like. Let us know what they are. And if you want to put in a piece of Thanksgiving history, the bloody, crazy,
fucked up part that no one ever really knows or tells about.
Right. You can add that too. I won't delete those comments.
No, I encourage them.
I don't think any of the other admins would either. Thankful for, man. This is something that I've said it before, and I've heard other people here and there say it. Something you're thankful for, like Thanksgiving isn't only time to be thankful. Like each day I can wake up and be thankful that, hey, I'm still here. I'm still alive.
Thankful for everything.
Everything.
Thankful just for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have to wake up. Something could have. People die in their sleep all the time.
Yeah.
People die young all the time.
It is a fact of life. That happens for many people, sadly. Yeah, it's just getting another day.
Yep.
And since you got that next day, you have, whether you have family, friends,
even more
wife,
to be thankful
kids,
for. Yeah.
husband, yeah, you can just keep piling on stuff to be thankful for. So it's not just this time of year. It's in this holiday. It can be every holiday, every day.
I agree. But I mean, I'm always thankful for. I'm always the one to find. I'm the optimistic. I'll find a positive in anything, and I'm always thankful for the little things. The little things is what makes life that much easier, that much bearable, and that much tolerable.
That much better too.
Yeah, it's always the little things that you remember. Yeah, you remember some big things, but it's the little things that truly make you who you are and make your life.
Yeah. And just that's a challenge too, man. Is waking up, like, because anybody can get up, and if you want to be thankful for something, no, I'm thankful for another day.
Yeah, you know, anyone can get up and be a robot.
Think about something different each day.
Yeah.
Pick something different. Remind yourself of it.
Yep.
You know?
People lose sight of what they really have.
What is that saying? We said it not too long ago. On a live show, Jim and I did something about, oh, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Yep.
And sadly, that is true.
So true.
But if you spend more time being thankful, thinking about the life,
Yeah.
I'm going to say life as a whole, you probably will realize what you have. But still, it does apply.
Yep.
That is a saying.
A friend of mine told me just recently too. She said, "You don't take," or I've never seen a hearse haul a U-Haul behind it. So the only thing you're taking with you is what you came with in your memories.
Hearse hauling a U-Haul.
Yeah. You're not taking any values. People spend so much time getting valuables and items and everything, but they alienate people that they don't want around them to do so, and then you lose relationships and friendships that could be or could have been, and great memories that you lost for that. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I'd rather die happy and knowing that I had a good, successful life and people were actually going to miss me, not a whole bunch of shit that no one's really going to care about or fight over.
I can definitely agree. I've heard it from more, not just, I mean, obviously you've heard rich or celebrities say it, more money. I mean, who made a song about it? Was it Jay-Z? More money, more problems?
Yeah, I think so.
I think, or maybe it was
Not a huge rap fan.
yeah, I don't know. I know some rapper made a song about it. But yeah, I've heard
It's true, though.
celebrities of different levels talk about it. The more money you get, the more problems you will have.
You just see the people get the lottery. They have friends that they haven't seen in years.
Family they didn't even know existed.
Exactly. It's like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
man. The strain. You win the lottery for any amount. That's
Everyone's looking for a
substantial.
handout.
People showing up. The first thing you need to buy is a nice, thick metal door.
And a nice security system.
Right. Lots of bullets. If you got guns, if you believe it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean. But
Oh, shit. No. Thankful. Yeah. Not just Thanksgiving. Do it every day, every holiday. Think of something different. How can we sum this episode up, sir?
I don't know. What is a good way? We should have figured that out.
Should have planned this ahead of time.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. Damn, threw me on the spot.
No, we get to look like fools. That's all right. We do it every week.
How about we play the intro that we're going to, and we'll just voice over our own words?
No, we can't do that.
No?
No, remember
Copyrights.
That and I put a challenge out there. Tell us what the title is.
Oh.
Yeah, so we can't say nothing about that. That would have been the best
Ooh,
intro ever.
that would have been, yeah.
If you figure the title out, you'll get the intro that we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Irregardless to you and yours, everyone out there, thank you for hanging out with us now in the future. Ashley commenting, that is an awesome thing. Hopefully you get it. We're on your side. We're pulling for you.
Happy
If there's a way to
Thanksgiving.
vote, yes. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We kept it in the same day. We didn't run past midnight.
Word.
Dude, thank you for coming back on.
No problem. Hopefully I can do it sooner, not 3 years later.
That's all right, man. Until next time, people, take care of you, yourself, everyone out there. I don't know what order you want to put it in. Friends, family.
Friends, family, loved ones.
Yes.
There we go.
We'll see you then.
Yep. Bye.